Well, hello there, and in this video we have the final game of the Harpy Claw Cup, and it is the final, of course. I don't know why I said final game, it is the final. And we have Cookie, who managed to get through against Aardvark, and then we had Fontes, who managed to get through against Shax. And yeah, it's pretty much a best of 5. So instead of it being a best of 3, it's a best of 5. The exact same settings as the semi-finals were. Just there's probably going to be at least an extra game or two. But yeah, I guess it's best of luck to Cookie and Fontes. I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be incredibly tight. First against second in Div 1. Div 2, sorry. Should be an absolute belter. Let's go. So yeah, so round 1, we've got quite a few clues. So let's have a look. Oh, what's happening to that camera there? But we've got a white Google car, which can help narrow down where we are. We've got these like wooden posts of some sort as well. I don't see a URL. I would go a certain country where I would not normally go, but I reckon it can only be 2 countries here based on the terrain and vehicles. We've also got some birds in the sky. Are those raptors? I think those are raptors in the sky. Pretty cool. So I guess we're just going to wait and see where these guys go. So the country I'm thinking of is Peru and Bolivia. Can't be Ecuador because Ecuador have stubby antenna. Can't be Colombia because they have stubby antenna. Can't be Brazil either because of the same reason. And then I guess the other one is Chile. I don't think this feels like Chile, especially the brick buildings. Well, Cookie has guessed. And his Fontes going to guess too. Okay, both went Bolivia, which was where I was going to go with the wooden signposts. It's a lot more common in Bolivia, especially when they're thick like that. So Cookie has done better on the first round. So we're now on round number 2. We've got a nice blad here with the equal sign. So this orange equal sign is what you get in Czechia or Slovakia. It's fairly hilly. I think like 80% of Czechia is pretty much flat. So I'll probably go head towards Slovakia here, but I probably won't go too far away from the Czechia border. But you do get hills in Czechia. It's just probability. And it was Slovakia. And both of them were right near the border, so are they reading my brain? But yeah, that's so far pretty good. Not much damage done so far, just Cookie slightly ahead. No big rounds yet. This round's a bit straightforward. Got a cow, obviously. Got this black tape on the antenna. Yeah, it should be interesting where these guys go here. I'm pretty sure this is Bulgaria. Unless I'm getting confused with Hungary. I'm pretty sure this is just Bulgaria. Probably towards the north. Central north, I reckon. Well, it was central, just super south. But Cookie was a bit closer. And takes more damage. Well, no, Fontes takes the damage, not Cookie. But so far, Cookie's ahead, but not by much. But this round, it seems like we've got the French flag. So this should be Sri Lanka, especially these black and white poles. So whereabouts in Sri Lanka? It's coastal. I'll probably say south coast or towards the western Colombo. Yep, south coast. Makes sense. But this time, Fontes was closer. So Cookie does take some damage. So yeah, quite a slow start. No big rounds, no Brazils. Brazil are Russia nightmares, so... I mean, this one's Iceland, so it could be a bit of point differentiation. This round we've got a bridge visible, so this could be 5 cable if they're familiar with Iceland. But there's been an early guess, so I doubt it, unless Cookie knew it straight away. But we've got snowy tops, so I reckon we're away from Reykjavik, probably somewhere further east. Yep, and north. And we're actually near Akureyri. Yeah, Akureyri. I don't know how to pronounce it. I apologise, any people from Iceland. But yeah, so Cookie's actually on less points now, so it's game on. This is Brazil. We've got the ladder poles. We've got the Portuguese with the tail under the C and the accent over the A. We've literally got a sign that says Brazil. BR174. I wonder if that's the road number. Or is it bait? That's the question. So this could be pinpointable. Well, the road's probably pinpointable, if anything. If that ends up being the right road number. But it's very green. But it could be right. Cookie's guessed, but Fontes hasn't yet. And they guessed the right road, and it was actually in Manaus. So maybe there was a road that said Manaus. I would have messed up there. I thought it was going to be the Brazil road, but I think it was just the Brazilian road of 174, not the Brazilian road of 174. We've got another straightforward tie round. We've got the flag, we've got hills, so I presume this is further north. I wouldn't say this is definitely not towards. I don't think this is anywhere near Laos, so I reckon it's more towards Myanmar or something like that, or maybe is it part of India? I don't know, or that part of India. Probably towards Myanmar, but it might not even be that far north. It has a bit of a weird feel, and that's because it was south. I mean, I got the Myanmar bit right at least, but not much damage there. Cookie, only 100, so we haven't had any big rounds yet. So it's quite a long-lasting game. This round's straightforward as well. Driving on the left. We've got road signs. We've got this architecture with the fences surrounding everything. We've got these hills, so I reckon we're more towards like the Cape Ends potentially. Unless it's like the Lesotho Hills. It's definitely. I'm pretty sure this is South Africa. That's probably a place name, but I don't know where that will be. Fontes has guessed, but we're definitely in Africa, based on the people, the driving side, and the southern hemisphere. So from using the sun, and it was Newcastle. It was a very good point from Fontes. Cookie did go Lesotho, understandable with the hills, but I don't know. I feel like Lesotho, whenever you get civilization, it's never that civilized. It's quite more remote, and the houses are more spaced out. But it's hard to explain. But it was unlucky from Cookie, but Fontes had a very good guess in Newcastle, so fair play. This round's not easy either. We've got hulls, we've got vehicles. We've got language. I think language is key here. Is Gen 4? Is this like super South Brazil towards Arge? I don't see any clear Portuguese accents. But I don't see any black dots either. So it's probably just Brazil. I guess we're going to find out. Nevertheless, unless it's in Mexico, I've just completely confused myself. But I'm pretty sure it's Southern Hemisphere anyway. Yep, Brazil. Not Southern at all, but they've gone more towards the Southern states. But yeah, Cookie was close that time round. So on round number 10. And we've got crop fields. Probably Iowa, maybe? I don't know. I'm terrible with US. I usually associate Iowa as a lot of farmland, so I always presume it's somewhere around there. Cookie's guessed. I'll just check if I haven't got any messages. Okay, 1 second left, both have guessed. And another very good guess from Fontes, and it was actually on the border of Pennsylvania. So Cookie had a similar idea to me, but Fontes did much better there. And yeah, it's 320 points now, so Cookie can't afford another big round where he's further away. But this feels quite open. Is this like a Uruguay round, maybe? Or is it just an Arge? I mean, I could be completely wrong here. It's a bit weird. It's a bit of a weird one. Very flat. I presume this is just Uruguay. But I'm not sure. I might be very wrong. Yeah, just Uruguay. No black dot on the plate, so more likely to be Uruguay than Argentina. So that made sense. So good stuff from both of them. Okay, we've got Senegal here. The Rifts in the Sky. We've got the Ghost Car with the racks. The question is, where would they go in Senegal? I would probably go towards, what's it called? Luga? The one, not Luga, St. Louis. Between those two places around there, but it could be further east. It's very orange soil. Yep, very further east. I mean, it's almost in line with Luga, but very central Senegal there. On to round 13. This is a very long game. No super hard rounds, I feel. I feel like most countries are gettable. But this round's a bit more open, I think. But we've got a French poll, so never mind. Unless it's a Beatty Spain, who knows? But no, I think this is just France or Belgium. The houses feel more Belgium-y, but I think it's just East France toward Belgium. Or just Central. And a good guess from Cookie, so that's going to take some damage. So now Fontes is just within 2k. But yeah, this is a big battle indeed. Okay, so we've got Brazil polls again. We've got telephone code, but I don't see the number. I don't think there's a number in front of it, only 8 digits. It has to be 10 digits for it to be useful, so we can't use that. Whereabouts in Brazil? Tricky to say. Brazil is a good if in doubter, but it's a tricky one. I'm actually not sure on this round. I'll probably stay safe with going central Brazil. I don't think this is super northeast, but I might be wrong. It's not. There's a lot more darker soil, and it's not really that sandy either. We'll find out soon. And it's just another very good guess from Fontes, and he actually got the correct state. So a very good guess from Fontes. And that is game. So Fontes won the first game. So it's 1-0 up. And yeah, I guess that's GG's. Number 2. So yeah, Fontes had a very good start in the first game. Some very good Brazil guesses. I think that Brazil guess was really good in particular. And yeah, back onto round 1, and I feel like it's another generic Thailand round. So we've got this paved road, which is quite common in Thailand and Philippines, but the main clue here is this lamppost that's connected to this wooden electric pole. It's quite low down, and if you see faintly, you've got the dots that work all the way to the top of them. I'm pretty sure this is Thailand, but I guess we're going to find out. Ooh. That is not great. So Cookie went Philippines. So that is a 1-rounder. So a 15-rounder, and then a 1-rounder, whatever it was. Yep. So I guess that's GG's. Unlucky Cookie with that one. It'd be good to know why Cookie went Philippines in that round. Maybe got confused over the poles, maybe, or the paved road. But yeah. I mean, I'm guessing Jack is fine for another game. Because that was very quick.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Interesting.
Yeah. So Cookie there. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was pressure. But he is now 2-0 down, so he needs to win 3 games in a row to come back. So he needs a very good comeback. But he's definitely done it the hard way, that's for sure. But this round, we've got French poles. Pretty straightforward. This honeycomb kind of shape. Kind of gets in with Spain, but the architecture is definitely more towards France. We've also got hole ones that go through, all the way through the hole. And I reckon that means we're more towards the east end. Like northeast-ish. Or northwest. Either would do. But Cookie, much closer that time. I didn't know you could get whole French poles there. But I guess you learn something new. Every day in Geo. Okay, got a fate. Your line. I wonder if it's a cheeky gwat. It is not. It is probably going to be in Ecuador or Colombia. I think that's a white plate in the distance, so I reckon this is in Ecuador. Unless it's a Mexico round that I'm forgetting about. But with this kind of, this kind of like, not architecture, terrain, it feels more Amazon-like rather than a Mexican rainforest. So I guess we're going to wait and see what happens with the guesses. Okay, I've seen Cookie guess, and now Fontes' guess. So it's, have they both gone towards the Amazon, or have they gone Mexico? Oh, what a guess from Cookie. It went Mexico, and it was Mexico, and it was actually not the Amazon. So a very good guess from Cookie. So fair play to Cookie. Very good guess. Maybe it was the plate. I wonder if it was a plate. It had a bit more colour to it than other Ecuador plates do. And it was quite short. So good guess from Cookie. So another quick round. So I'm guessing Shax is still free.
Yeah, I'm fine. I think it was the sun, by the way, looking at it.
Oh, I mean, with like the Americas, when it's towards the equator, I tend to not use the sun that often because in Ecuador you can get it sometimes in the south, and I think in Colombia it's also fairly common to get it in the south.
I see. I mean, I definitely would have gone Ecuador. I definitely agreed with you.
Yeah. So just a very good guess from Cookie. So fair play. It makes up for the previous game, but it still means that Fontes needs one more win to secure title. But of course, Cookie is still in it. Rightio. So, game number 4. So, we had one very long game and then 2 very short lasting games. So, yeah. This round's quite nice. Very unique mountains. This is a weird round. This is an unusual round. I'm a bit confused on this one. We've got no antenna. We've got these brick build. We've got our brick building. Could it be? I mean, these houses don't feel certain. I reckon this is like a weird Slovenia. I don't know. It could be Spain, I guess. I have no idea. I actually have no idea on this round. Was it Spain? Yeah, Spain. Okay. Weird. Because the mountains felt more Baltic. No, Balkany. But the buildings felt more Western Europe. It was a weird combo, but it was just Spain. Not far off Andorra as well, which makes sense. So nobody capitalising on big damage there. So it's fairly even at the moment. Okay, this round's Tunisia. We've got the this kind of like faded road. We've got the plates that are black background with white text. Like a similar country like Turkey, they will just have a blue strip with a white plate. We've also got some Arabic on the bins. I reckon this is fairly south. I don't see a follow car, so I reckon fairly south. Probably further south than Sifax, actually. And to be fair, there was no follow car, so it was good that they both went to the island. I should have mentioned that, but I don't know. The van could have been a follow car. Who knows? Can't judge. Rightio, so this round we got these wooden plank buildings, so this should be like a US short Canada. There don't appear to be any front plates. I think that's a red sign, so that's French. It should be French Canada. So probably somewhere on the outskirts of Quebec, unless it's unusual New Brunswick. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, and both of them have guessed. The question is, have both of them gone Canada, and have they both gone Quebec or like somewhere like New Brunswick? I'm pretty sure this is Quebec, but I guess we're going to find out. And it was Quebec, very similar guesses, so not much damage there. And yeah, on to the next one. Okay, so this round's interesting. Automatically Brazil, because in the Americas, if you have black back on the signs, you should be in Brazil. We've got not many other clues. We've got a junction, I guess, but there's no language, there's no road mark. I mean, there is a road marker much further up, but you can't read that. So this is purely off vibes, I think. So I reckon there's going to be a good amount of damage here, unless they go the exact same region. So I guess we're going to find out. Unless I confuse myself, this is Brazil. This is definitely Brazil. Right on the Uruguay border. Yeah, you can't really get as close to Uruguay than that. That's why it did feel a bit off for some reason. That's why I was questioning myself. But it makes sense it being near Uruguay. Okay, this round, I think this is just Chile. We've got a place name called Las Palmas. I reckon that's pretty pinpointable. And yeah, with how I knew it was Chile straight away is because of these electric poles. With Brazil, you normally have ladders, but there's that hollow gap. But with Chile, you don't have those. And Chile has all white lines most of the time. Sometimes can have yellow lines, but it's like the main one in South America that would just have white lines only. Oh, and there's also a Chile flag, which I forgot to pick out. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's just whether they're going to pinpoint it or whether I mean, I think they're going to try and pinpoint it now because they are spending quite a while on this round. Just whether they will find the location. The wait continues. And Cookie has guessed. And I guess we're going to wait and see where Fontes goes. And who is closer and whether they've both got very close. And Fontes was much closer, but not too much damage. So Fontes is almost a good K ahead at the moment, but anything could happen. It's okay for this round. A bit more of a weird feel. We've got a lot much more hillier, so there's a much better chance this is probably Eswatini or Swaziland, if there's anything that says that. Yeah, I'll probably go Eswatini here. What's it called? Pigs Bay? I don't remember what it's called, but I reckon if it's Eswatini, it's somewhere around there. It's just the way the hills. I think it's just the way the valley is. But I could be wrong. It's just my vibe. But we'll see if Fontes and Cookie have gone Eswatini, or if it's somehow South Africa. Okay, so both went Eswatini, and it wasn't in Pigs Bay. Pigs Peak. That's it, not Pigs Bay. Pigs Peak. There's no bay in Eswatini, so yeah, I don't know why I said Pigs Bay. But Fontes was closer, so Cookie's now under 2,000, only just though. We've got a blue plate. Don't know how useful that is though. Not an easy round. I want to say like a Bolivia here, especially the brick buildings. I mean, I would have been closer to Bolivia, but both of them went Peru, and it was Peru. But I might have seen something like that. They might have seen something that I didn't, so nothing changing there. I think they both went safe with the capital too. Okay, this should be straightforward. It's Malaysia. We've got the double white road lines in the middle, which rules out Indonesia, and also we have the black sticker on the electric pole, which means we're on the part of Malaysia that's connected to Thailand. So we've also got a telephone code, so if somebody knows telephone codes, that's going to come in handy. Or there's like there might be an address here that I'm not spotting, but I guess we're gonna find out who's close. It's very hilly though, so I guess much further north. Yep, fairly north, and it was Perak. So both got the right state, it seems, or province, whether it's called in Malaysia. So yeah, Cookie needs to take some damage at some point. But this round, I think this is pretty straightforward. We've got the white Google car and we drive on the right with these Asian buildings, with these stilts. So we should be in Cambodia somewhere. But yeah, a good way to separate Cambodia and Thailand is looking at the driving side. And also, if it's a white car, it can't be Thailand. So, yep, both went Cambodia. Fontes just closer again, but no big damage that round. So we're on round number 10. And how many Thailand rounds are we getting? How many are we getting? I mean, there's a lot of flags. It could be not Thailand, but I'm pretty sure this is Thailand. Unless it's a beta Cambodia, who knows? But I'm pretty sure this is just Thailand. Yeah, especially with that lamp post. So should be Thailand round. I'll probably go more towards the east side of Thailand, but could be anywhere. Yep, east side of Thailand. And Cookie was closer, but not really much damage. So round number 11. And we have a white car and double yellow road lines in the middle. It is fairly flat. We've got a sign of Spanish. So the question here is whether will go Bolivia or will they go Philippines here. So I don't think this is Peru. I reckon this is Bolivia. That's what I'm thinking. But it could be a Philippines. But based on the buildings, it feels a lot more bricky than Philippines, so we'll go Bolivia, the flat part. And Cookie did it, and that is a very good round from Cookie. And is that game? It is game, so Cookie got the win from going flat Bolivia. So very close game there, bloody hell. So now it is 2-all, so I've just seen Amon in the chat. It is 2-all, so this game is the finale, so whoever wins this next game wins. Cookie did a very good guess in Bolivia. Super flat round, white Google car, rules out Ecuador, so maybe that was the pressure.
It said BV, by the way, on the sign, under the barrio, so under where like it was.
Oh, so at least you said what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a stop sign? I think it's a stop sign. We've got palm trees, so I reckon this is maybe towards Miami or some southern US state towards the east. With that kind of like you get more that plant more towards the south. It's very flat too, which makes sense. So I'll probably go Miami here. Probably not in Miami itself, probably at the north end. I think it's a bit away from the coast, this one. But we're going to find out where Pontus is going. Was it Miami? Well, I mean Florida. When I meant Miami, I meant Florida. So I apologise. But Cookie did a very good guess there. Both went southern US. But yeah, with those like... They're not palm trees, but that type of exotic tree, it's a good sign you're generally much further south east US. And it's generally Florida. This round's more interesting though. We've got these unique shaped rooftops, so I presume that this is just Indonesia, whereabouts Indonesia, somewhere in what's it called? Java? I'll probably go towards Jakarta here, but I could be wrong. Let's see how these guys do. That is a very good guess from Fontes. So he went more towards East Java, which is fair, and Cookie went safe towards Central. So very good, bit risky from Fontes, but a very good guess. Maybe it said one of the place names on one of those banners, and I can't really tell. And also my computer will lag to death. I keep doing that. Okay, this round's straightforward. We've got hope holes that don't reach all the way to the bottom, and we've also got the Dorito sign That is making me hungry. But this is definitely Poland. Whereabouts in Poland? I guess we can ask DJ, but he's not here. I reckon somewhere central east. Yep, I mean right at the border though. Yeah, very close to the border, so very interesting Poland round there. Okay, this round's a bit more interesting. We've got a European sign on the right. Oh, this camera feels quite low cammy. This is a strange round. Instinctively thinking Spain. That's no one that makes sense to me. If it's Europe. Unless it's a Portugal or a Sardinia. I don't really know, Jeff. I guess we're going to find out. And it was Portugal, so both guys got country, which is pretty good, so fair play. Fair play, guys. And yeah, it's game on. Okay, we've got a roundabout here, so this could be pinpointable. We've got the blur car, and also got the green text plates, which means we're in Nigeria. Also got a follow car, which generally associates with Benin. Not Benin. What's it called? What's it called? I'm not going to make it in time. Benin City. Yeah, Benin City. That's what I meant. Yeah. Because it's the black cars more associated around Benin. So I don't think Cookie knew that. But Fontes did. So that was quite handy. Okay, this round we have there's no dashes on the outline, so it should be Finland. Well, I think it's Finland. Whereabouts in Finland? To be fair, it feels more northern. I'll probably go not far off Oulu. Maybe a bit further north. I don't think this is southern, but generally when I say that, it ends up being south somehow. So I guess we're gonna find out. And it was north of Oulu, and it was right next to the Sweden border too. Yep. So my vibes were correct. But yeah. Okay, my screen lagged. But yeah, Fontes is still in the lead. And we've got this interesting round. I'm pretty sure I've had this round before. And we've got this unique street sign. So if Amon's here, he will know where you'll get this street sign. I think it's in a specific part. Unless I've muddled it with like a Tasmania somehow, which could have happened. But it's a very similar one in New Zealand. And this feels quite New Zealandy. Meanwhile, Amon is laughing in the chat, if I'm wrong. So I guess we're going to find out. So Fontes has guessed, so we're just waiting for Cookie. Yeah, I was thinking more towards like the far south of New Zealand. And Queensland maybe. Not Queensland, Queenstown. Jesus. But yeah, I think it was Te Anau, where it said it on the map. So a very good guess from Cookie, and also he's doing the research with us too, so he had to have done well in that round. Otherwise, we'll be judging him forever. Okay, so this round we have the N9 from South Africa. So I reckon this has to be pinpointable. Surely we've got a nice off-road, and it also gives like a couple of locations. But I reckon the end road's quite handy here. But I guess we're going to find out if it's going to be a 5k. These hills, I reckon it'd be easier too. So we're just going to wait and see. Okay, Fontes has guessed. Guessed quite early actually. Maybe he's found it very quickly. And now we'll just wait for Cookie. Cookie's also guessed, so we'll wait till the timer runs out. And Cookie's 5k, so good stuff, Cookie, for 5k in. And that's 200 health, which is not much, but it makes it level. So, and this round's going to be tricky, for sure. Very rocky, white fuel car, yellow road lines, maybe. This has to be like, I might be wrong, but this feels very North Chile. But it could be Peru, I guess. No, it can't because there's no zebra poles on the zebra marks on the signpost. So this surely is Chile, unless it's away Bolivia. That's my only doubt. But if it's Chile, I reckon it's that super north, that bit, maybe towards like the Argentina border. I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm not really good with Chile. Well, Cookie's guessed. So I guess we'll wait for Fontes. This might be over. This might be the decider. Who knows? But I reckon both these guys will get it. But you never know. Okay, it wasn't quite super north, but it was still very North Chile. And Cookie took the damage there. So now Cookie's under 1,000 health. So, round number 10. Okay, interesting location. We've got bollards. We do, so this should be in Ecuador then. Yep, we're definitely in Ecuador. It's just whereabouts. Question is, would you go north, would you go south, or would you go safe in the middle? I mean, I guess strategically, if you don't know, you just go middle, but I would probably go middle here. I'm not really sure where this would be in Ecuador. And it was south, so Cookie risked south, and it was a very good guess, and that's taken a lot of damage. So Francis is now on 700, so both are on 1,000 health, so this is getting close. And as we say that, we get this absolute beautiful country, the nicest country on GeoGuessr, for sure. Good old Brazil. I mean, it might not be Brazil, who knows, but I'm pretty sure it is, with these road lines and the ghost car. Yeah, it has to be Brazil. I'll probably go towards, is it State Goy, or it's the one that's Minas Gerais, one near Sao Paulo? I might be wrong though. Piranhas. Both got the state correct. Was there a piranha tree? There must have been. There must have been. I must have missed the piranha tree. So yep. So I think Cookie was closer there, so a bit more damage, I guess. I think it is. Yeah. Okay, we've got wooden plank buildings. We've also got a flag. And I think that's a... Is that a Canada flag? That's a weird... That's confusing. I think that's Canada flag. I don't know. I'm confused. It feels like Canada. It feels like somewhere like in Manitoba or Sask. It definitely feels northern. I'm pretty sure this is Canada. I reckon it's somewhere in Sask or Manitoba, one of the near their main cities. So I guess we'll just wait and see. These guys guess. This could be the decider of who wins, or we go through to another round. But I reckon this is going to take some damage, unless they go the same place. Pardon me, voice break. And it was Sask, and I think that means Cookie has won. So Cookie has taken victory, and it's just a very good guess for the final round. One of those two states, and he worked it out. So an incredible comeback from Cookie. So GG's guys. That was pretty good going. It was pretty interesting because like when that early it was the Thailand round, wasn't it? Where you went Philippines, you were 2-0 down. I was like, could this be over? Insane game, insane. So yeah, well done, Cookie, for winning. You did very well, and Fontes, you did very well too. There was some incredible guesses. To be honest, guys, I see you definitely show some like Div 1 ability for sure. Some of those pinpointing rounds very good.
One of the rounds was so annoying because it wasn't starting for me. It only started when Francis guessed. So petty. I didn't have any time. It was just saying like starting in 0-0, and it just said that, and then Francis guessed, and then the round started. So I was just guess quickly.
It was fun, and GG and congrats to Cookie. By the way, how did you find the South Africa round, the 5K?
The South Africa one. Let me check.
The N9. The N9.
Yeah, let me go on maps and check. The South Africa one. That was the Middelburg, right? So I knew there was two Middelburgs. There are two Middelburgs in South Africa, and I zoomed in on the wrong one to start off with, because yeah, the 9 wasn't there. Then I saw the two cities, and then I look at the road we have going off, and it was east, and that was kind of the only white road that makes sense for going east. So I don't know.
No, I don't even remember reading Middelburg. I just saw like 2 names that I didn't know.
Oh, did you not pan round because there was another on the
No.
other side?
Oh, there was.
There
Oh.
was two N9s on the other
Oh, I
side.
didn't see that. Wow.
But I don't think it would have made much difference anyways, because
Yeah.
that kind of round was a decider, really.
Yeah.
But you had a very good guess in
Games and,
Newcastle.
yeah.
There were some very good guesses. Like the Newcastle
Oh,
one in South was very
yeah.
good.
That it said a province there, and I just went for the big city.
Is that in Mpumalanga or is it in KwaZulu? I'm trying to remember which one that Newcastle is in.
Sulu?
Something like that.
I actually don't remember what it was. I just read and I remember that it was that area. You know.
Yep. I want to know how Cookie was feeling when that when it was 2-0 down when that Philippines guess happened.
I was sweating. I was like, I said, okay, this is gonna be over soon. But no, I mean, it was really good games overall, like really good guesses from like both of us, and yeah, it was a nice competition to have. You know, I feel like we're pretty equal players. I would say, like pretty similar guesses in some of the rounds, and like all over, like really fun, and yeah.
It was funny that in the first round, one of the games, I think it was the first game, there was a Spain round in the Pyrenees, and we went for the Austria and Croatia, and I thought after the round, I think it was kind of obvious it was Spain, and then we just got a nice guess in Jerba in Tunisia.
Yeah, it was
like-
nice. It was a nice Indonesia guess. Was that Malang? Was it the Malang guess? I'm trying to remember. The one, the East Java round, I think it was.
Yeah, but I was like saying, like 2 dumb guesses and then a nice guess afterwards. Like,
Yeah,
kinda funny.
that round, you know, where it was Spain, where you said it felt it felt like the mountains felt quite, you know, more towards like the Balkans, but the architecture just didn't make any sense.
I mean, I looked at some of the buildings and I was like, oh, this is Austria. And then I was looking at the other buildings and I was like, wait, this could be Spain. And then I was like, but the mountains look a little bit Austrian, so I went for Austria instead. But yeah,
it was a weird round. And the Mexican round that I lost in Brazil, I thought the plate was long in the on-day card we saw.
I just looked at sun and I was like, oh, it's kind of
I forgot.
What made you go Mexico?
I was right about that one.
Why'd you go Mexico? You know, the early third game, I think it was. What made you go Mexico instead of like Ecuador or Colombia on that one?
Me?
Yeah, you went Mexico one of the rounds.
It's just the sun.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I was so confused. Like at the Bolivia round, I was like, I'm so confused here. What is it? And I remembered that like one of my misses is that when I don't know where it is, I just go Bolivia and I just keep repeating it in my head. Like, if you don't know where it is, it's like. I don't know.
And the thing with Bolivia, it's the white car, really. It's if it's strange and super flat and it's South American with a white car, you're probably in Bolivia. Really, like, it can't really be anywhere else.
Also, wide, thick pose sometimes. Nice sounds.
Yeah, there was a round that was quite a green area.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wooden posts. Yeah, but yeah, you guys did pretty well.
Alright, congrats. I also just gotta go now. Alright, have a nice evening.
Yeah, thank you, Shax, and have a
no
good
worries.
one. Take it easy. Oh, Fontes, you still got your GeoFrauds to do.
Yeah, I will do it now.
I screwed up so bad in GeoFrauds.